Hey YouTube, this is that motor that I said had been smoking and knocking and wasn't working real well. So, just out of curiosity, I decided to open it up. I broke a bolt off there. I couldn't get the first one out, and the first one was the one right there. I couldn't get it out with my impact driver and my little, where is it? Here it is, little mini breaker bar. So I heated them up and still ended up breaking one off, so that's another reason. No need to fix this one and sell it. I didn't pay anything for it. I got it for free, so I don't think the oil's ever been changed. There's little chunks of metal in it. Anyway, getting back to this. This is your governor. Runs that right there. These just come apart and push that up when it spins faster. So, kind of simple. I already have the push rods out. I got those out from the top. I guess that's not sure what that little thing is there on the camshaft. I would guess some kind of little decompression release or something to that effect, but I'm not sure. Not being real particular with any of this stuff because I'm not putting it back together. Alrighty. Sit up here to watch me. Let's see if I can't get that rod out. And then get the piston out and get her tore apart. Probably actually gonna have to pull the whole crank out. Yeah, I will. That involves pulling a flywheel. Really didn't want to have to do that. One bolt. That one's a lot more stiff. I don't think this one's quite as long. I looked up how much it would be for a new rod, piston, rings. It was like 20 something for the rod, 20 something for the piston, and then 17 something for the rings. Or piston might have come with the rings. No, just 17 for the rings and then another 20 for the piston. And probably when I would have gotten it all fixed, I would only got 80 to 100 bucks for it because it wasn't self-propelled. It's a shame because it's a nice motor. And it ran, it just smoked and knocked. I have a nice bagger for it and everything. No major scoring. be able to push it out the top. We'll see. Nope. Rings don't usually like going out the top. So that means there goes the rest of the oil. That means I'm pulling a flywheel. I'm sure a lot of you watching this are going to be cringing at the sight of me putting the whole crankshaft in my vise and tightening it down, but seems how I'm not redoing it. Cut myself a little. Seems how I'm not putting it back together, I don't see any need to really care. I think I've done this enough to guess what size. Yeah. When manpower doesn't work, you gotta get something a little bigger. Power tools are beautiful. Where's my hammer at? This is again something I wouldn't be doing if I was rebuilding this. I would have taken a little more finesse approach to that, but plastic fins, cheap built stuff. There's the crank. God, beat the hell out of the bottom of that. Again, something else that I'm going to be doing about rebuilding it. Works alright, actually. But it sure as hell was smoking. You saw that piston wobbled around in there. This isn't like this is a single piece oil ring, looks like, or a 2-piece. Ooh. Never mind. Ah. That'd be why. Oil ring is all froze up. That might have been from me pounding on it, because you can see there's... I'll get the camera over here as soon as I get my hands cleaned up a little. Alrighty. So I just tried to peel that oil ring out of there, and that part's jammed in there. And let's see. You can see it's kind of, come on, focus on there. No, it's not going to do that. No. Anyway, you can see that oil ring's been a little messed up. It might have been just from me whaling it out of there, but there's a little bit of scoring there on the skirt. That's just from it wobbling around in there so bad. So it would more than likely be a rebore if I was going to do it. But anymore, with something like this, people just rather go buy a new one at Walmart. Walmart's kind of killed the idea of Americans fixing something. You can see there's actually a little lip there, and as you go around this side it disappears. I'm betting, I don't know, but you can see there's a little bit of scoring and chipping there. But that's what's what with that. I don't know if this piston, there's really no bad vertical pull in the, or play in the rod. It's a standard bore piston. STD. So, cut myself a little bit catching that motor. Blood for ratings. So, there's what went bad with that. Probably just an oil ring. But it still would have needed a rebore. All dusty from beating the hell out of it. Would have needed a rebore, new piston, new rings. The rod seemed alright, but you never know. And the valves were atrocious. I cleaned them up a lot. There was like an 1/8 inch of guck on the exhaust valve. But there you have it for that. Here's my big baby. Cobalt. Had that thing now for about 3 years, 2 years, something like that. Haven't found anything that it refuses to loosen. Some things take a little while, but it usually gets the job done. There's the case for it. Had no counter space, so laid it on the floor. Came with its own little impact socket set. I have a deep socket set too, but I just threw my Craftsman one on there for brakes. I'll still take it back. They don't need to know what I used it on. Wow, it was even 12 point. So, thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, and subscribe.